Hello, it's Justin Woodall with Woodall Realty Group. And today I want to give you another market update. We're here at the beginning of June. And if you remember back in early May, I did an update for April of 2020 versus April 2019. If you remember, sales due to COVID, sales were down about 25%. Listings were down about 25%. Everything just seemed to kind of travel together because of the uncertainty due to COVID. And so what are we looking like now in May? And for those of you that want the cliff notes, the short version is it seems like the buyers have entered the market earlier than the sellers. There's still some sellers sitting on the fence and buyers are back in the market. So it's still overall a strong market. We're still seeing some multiple offers in some situations. All of it is location dependent, price range dependent. And so, but overall it's a strong market. And again, it seems like the buyers have entered before the sellers. But I want to give you numbers now for May of 2020 versus May of 2019. And for those of you that are thinking about possibly selling your house in the next 6 months, I also want to let you know I'm going to be offering a home seller workshop coming up here in just a few days. And at the end of this video, I'll have a website you can go to get registered for that if you're interested in that. But for now, let's just look at the market update for May, and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so May of 2020 to May of 2019, what are we seeing in the marketplace in Athens? And this is Athens and surrounding counties, so this includes Clark County and any other county around it that touches Clark County. So that's where these numbers are coming from. So new listings in May of 2019, 556 new listings. May of 2020, 475. So that number is down. And again, I think it's largely due to some sellers being reluctant to allow strangers walking through their house to open up their home because that is their safe spot. And we're still dealing with this pandemic, still some virus going around. So that number's down about 15%. So a few more sellers are getting brave and putting their homes on the market, or they're listing vacant homes compared to last month in April. If you remember, it was down about 25%. So price changes. Last year there were 152 price changes. This year 163. So you've got a few sellers that are maybe changing their price, but it's a pretty close number there. It's up about 7%. Under contracts in May of last year to May of was 420. This year 330. So under contract, properties going under contract, that number is down. And again, I think part of that is due to this number here, in that there's less for sale. But then part of it, honestly, is probably due to a few buyers also taking a back seat. But again, we've got buyers that are looking for homes and unable to find what they're looking for as well. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic right now. But overall, under contracts are down about 21% from May of this year compared to May of last year. Back from under contract, meaning they went under contract and fell apart and came back on the market. So in May of, and you may think, well, that might be happening a lot now. Due to the uncertainty and volatility of everything that's going on. Well, that happened to 35 homes in May of last year, only 24 this year. So that's down. So fewer, once buyers are going under contract, most of them are sticking in, fewer of them are falling apart and going back on the market. Sold in May of last year, 412, this year 269. So that number is down quite a bit, but you've also got to think if it closed in May, chances are it went under contract in March or April, because you typically have about a 30 to 60 day closing window from contract to close. And so that's right at the peak of when things begin to shut down, lock down, shelter in place. And so I think that's the reason we saw fewer closings in May. And my anticipation and my theory is now that things are loosening up, people are getting out and about, opening up again, I think we'll see the numbers rise in June and July. But that will be to be determined. So stay tuned, and we'll have another video in the future months to kind of show you what's going on there. But overall, sold properties down about 34%. Average sales price, are prices going down too? No, they're not. May of last year, 261. This year, 265 on average. That's about 2%. Now, median price range, if you remember from your statistic class, average is the average of all of them added together and then divided. Median is that midpoint. What is the midpoint of sales? So the midpoint of sales, that means there's an equal number sold less than 219 and an equal number sold more than 219 last year in May. This year it's 241. So overall, you see more higher priced homes selling. That's up about 10%. And then average days on market and median days on market, they're running pretty close together, 66 and 22 last year, 58 and 21 this year. So homes are still selling fairly quickly. And again, a lot of that has to do with the way they're positioned, the way they're priced, the condition of that home, and then where they're at and what is the desirability and the demand. So overall, the days on market is holding pretty consistent. So we're going to continue to monitor this, and we'll update you again next month. But for the meantime, for those of you who are thinking about selling your house at any point in the next 6 months, we found that we get lots of questions. Often it's the same questions from sellers and the same concerns from sellers about getting their house ready. What do I need to think about? What's the market doing? And so I've put together a home seller workshop that I'm going to be hosting in just a few days. If you'd like to sign up for it, if you think there may be a chance of you selling your house, it's completely free, no strings attached, just going to be good information. We're going to be talking about the 5 variables to a home sale, and the way you manipulate and adjust those variables, kind of turn the knobs up and down, so to speak, will dictate how quickly you sell your house and for what price you sell your house for. So we're going to be talking about the 5 variables to a home sale. And then we're also going to kind of, in a different format, I'm going to update you on the market from what we're looking at now versus last year, just with some different slides, different graphics, and to go a little deeper into that. And then also we're going to end with question and answer. So again, if you're thinking about selling your house or think you might consider it, I think this would be great information for you. And again, there's no strings attached, but you can sign up today, and it is limited seats available due to the software we've got, but the website is housesellinginsights.com. Again, that's housesellinginsights.com. So go sign up today, and I hope to see you on the virtual webinar, virtual home selling workshop here in just a few days. Thanks, and have a great day.